bitch, I'm on the road. Every show, every ticket be sold. I'm getting litty on stage with the bros. Just like Ronaldo, I'm making my goal. Put that shit on my mama. Bank account full of them commas. I'm no longer stressing the drama. I black out on beats like Wakanda. I'm fucking the world with no condom. I bought like 24 the Mamba. Fucking your bitch on a boat. Shoving my dick in her throat. For the bread, I do the most. We get money coast to coast. Then I disappear like ghosts. Gotta go hard for my kids and my wifey. I know they pussy ass nigga don't like me. I get to the check like a motherfucking Nike. The best to ever do it, nigga, I might be. Free the slime. Cash, I get it. Moolah, I get it. Guap, I get it. Money, I get it. Fatty, I get it. Cash, I get it. Moolah, I get it. Guap, I get it. Money, I get it. Fatty, I get it.
rejecting, cause you take playing, bust up and love me, or I'm not staying. Got me real fucked up, won't let me in the basement. Take me to the highest mountains, make me feel like a fountain. Gotta be okay with drowning. Too many days I'm frowning, treat you like a queen, choosing crowns and things.
Everything husky.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream, next thing tomorrow's here.
It's a
again.
brand new day. Never hold on to hate, cause you was placed here to be great. Please take your place. All queens got a seat at my table, cause without y'all, then the man ain't able. Melanated queen, connected to the universe, and so I gotta thank my mom for my birth. If hate is the curse, then love is the remedy. So I send you love no matter creed or identity. Until infinity, look at you like you kin to me. Even when we disagree, yo, you still kin to me. In other words, I can't bring you no trouble, can't bring you no beef, don't wanna see you deceased. Now if I'm coming at you, I'm coming with a business plan, cause every day I'm on some, yo, let's get this money, man. Yeah, and that's my real plans. I rest my head at night, I wake up, I got another plan.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream, next thing tomorrow's here again.
It's a lot of high rappers tell me why we don't get money together, but we'll kill each other over whatever. Running down the freeway, we gonna own down. If Black Lives Matter, why we gonna own down? That's why they laugh and they think that we clowns. They hear what we say, but see how we get down. We gotta change that now, right now to be exact. Cause hurting that man's moms is not where it's at now. Old school, new school need to learn, yo. They put us in groups so they can make more dough. The young versus the old versus the young. Black versus white, you see the pattern, right? No unity, keep them all on some gutter-ish. This way they don't prosper and get rich. Yo, can't you see it's a trick? Just open your third eye and you'll see the full view of it. Now yo, what if the powers that be know that the real power lies within the people? That's us. And what if they using things like crayon colors, black and white, to separate the people? Hey, yo, you gotta wake up. Don't let them fool y'all. Spread love.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream, next thing tomorrow's. Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream, next thing tomorrow's here again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning.
Oh man, hold on a second. Dang, y'all couldn't hear me. Hold on a second. Let me make sure we're good. We gotta do the intro again. We should be good now. There we go. We're back at it. We should be good. Shout out to the chat, man. Welcome, y'all, to another YouTube live stream, another episode of the Music Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE Beats, ClassEbeats.com. All right, we in here. So y'all know what's going on. You saw the title of the video. It's going to be a crazy day. We got a lot to go over, a lot to talk about, some more music news, some of the things that are going on in the music industry, some entertaining, some a little bit sinister, and also some that you guys can use and apply to your own journey in the music community as well. Shout out to everybody who's in here. We're also going to be reviewing some music today as well. So if you want to get your music review, I will tell you how to get your music heard here very shortly. But first, let me shout out to everybody who's in the building, man. We've got artist FKA Smooth. Shout out to Smooth. Game is in the building. He's now got a new name. Appreciate you stopping by. We've got Stizzy in here. Oh, Stizzy in here on the morning show? Okay, Stizzy. He says, wake up and smell the fresh coffee. Yes, sir. Yep. We've also got Hanzo is in the building too. He said, good morning. I think you're muted. Yeah, I appreciate y'all letting me know. Imperial Stats, my guy, is in here as well. Says peace. We've got the amazing Amy Lee's in the building too. Good to see y'all. DJ Snoofu's up in here. I appreciate everybody who's stopping by and saying good morning, man. I love when y'all say what's up in the chat. It's good to see y'all. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Y'all let me know how you feeling this morning. What's going on with you? I know many of y'all who are in here this morning tapped into the music. Well, not the Music Morning Show we had last night, but the Song of the Night live episode we had last night. Whew. Man, that one, last night's episode was crazy. We had a lot of new timers in there, a lot of OGs. It was a good time though. Shout out to Amy specifically and Jen for sponsoring so many artists last night. And we got to hear some dope music as well. So thank you to everybody who stopped by the show. If you missed it, you can go watch the replay over on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. All right. I don't have any announcements today, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. I know some of y'all may have seen what's been going on in the music news, especially surrounding this whole Diddy and Cassie situation. Again, there's some entertaining things that come out of it. There's some stories that are really weird. I mean, if we were to be honest. So we're going to look at them here in a second. Let me see. I just want to see what y'all are saying in the chat, and I think we'll keep it moving. I think we're good though. I think we got everybody in here. Hanzo says, I feel like we get spoiled by all the back and forth disses, but now it's all dried up and I feel like I need another fix. Yeah. A lot of people are there. Yeah, definitely the drama was fun to talk about, and it was cool to see how the music community just got up and were hype and had a lot of energy behind both artists. But man, things went south real quick, especially with Drake dropping the Heart Part 6, the security guard being shot, and then all these allegations going back and forth. I think people were taking it a little too seriously, to be honest. So it's unfortunately it ended that way because I think both artists had a lot left in the chamber. But y'all may have seen the video that I made. If not, go check it out on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. I talk about why I believe UMG was the one who shut down this whole beef in the first place. So we'll see if anything else comes out of it. But yeah, y'all know this is the music industry. There's never a dull moment. So we're going to talk about some of the things today. Let me go ahead and see if we're good. So if you want to submit your music to be heard towards the end of the show, super easy to do. If you are watching on BandLab, you can drop your links in the live chat. If you're watching on any other platform, the link to submit is in the description. Now, you guys can send in as many songs as you want to, and I'm going to try and get to all of them today. We'll see how many of y'all send in, and thank you to everybody who's watching over on X2. I see y'all over there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me get this music right. Also, if y'all want to check out some of the songs you heard at the beginning of the show, we heard Roller Coaster from Dizzy Days. We heard Mass Melodies with D&D. And then we also heard Smokey the One with his song About a Dollar. All those songs are available over on BandLab on the Rising Stars playlist, volume 12. So we've got 12 volumes of the Rising Stars playlist because BandLab only allows us to put 50 songs per playlist. So that's a lot of songs. Y'all have no excuse to find and discover new artists to hear some dope music. And we curate them using the songs that we listen to on the Song of the Night Live and the Music Morning Show as well. All right. So Y'all make sure you go check it out. Go and support and show love to those artists. And even if you don't have a BandLab account, you still go over there and listen to the Rising Stars playlist. Big Mall is in here too. Shout out to Big Mall. Good to see you over there. And then we've got Jen is up in here. Man, Jen, were you working last night? You should be, you should be taking a nap, Jen. Just mentioned you earlier and shouted you out for sponsoring all those artists last night. Appreciate Jen and all that she brings to the community. So shout out to her. Hopefully you got some rest, Jen, because I know you work those crazy shifts, man. Y'all give it up for Jen in the chat and show her some love. And I think we're good. She said she's gonna go take a nap when this show is over. All right, well, I guess I better get moving then, Jen, if you're waiting on me. All right, again, if y'all want to submit your music, the link to submit is in the description. And we're gonna go ahead and get into our topic for today. Now, this first topic, y'all are gonna enjoy this one. This is absolutely hilarious. And when I first saw this, I saw the clip of it this morning, and I could not believe what was going on and what was said. So recently, Cameron did an interview with CNN, and he had some very interesting things to say. But before we get into the actual video from the interview, I want to flash back to one of the first interviews he did with CNN with Anderson Cooper. And it kind of is going to give you an idea of Cameron's style, how he feels about reporters, and how he just really says what he thinks and feels. So this is a flashback to Cameron's an interview that he did with Anderson Cooper. And I'm honestly, with the person who posted this, I'm surprised CNN brought him back, because this first interview was wild. Y'all check this out.
If there's a serial killer living next door to you, though, and you know that person is, killing people, would you be a snitch if you called police and told them?
If I knew the serial killer was living next door to me,
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't call and tell anybody on them, but I'll probably move. Like, I'm not going to be around because I don't need to be
Come on,
around
man.
serial killers, but I'm not going to call and be like,
This is
put
crazy.
the signs up like, yo, the serial killer's in 4E.
It's not your responsibility.
Exactly.
Is there any situation where you think it's okay to talk to the police?
Yeah, definitely. Say hello, how you feel, everything all right?
Yo, this man is crazy. Cameron, he does not care. He said, yeah, I'll ask the police, hey, how you doing? Good morning, officer. Can I get you a donut? Is there anything I could do for you? That's wild, man. So again, this gives you guys a little background into how Cameron is in interviews. And if you haven't seen, he has a podcast with Mace over on YouTube. Y'all should definitely go check it out. It's very entertaining as well. But fast forward to this morning, at least this is the first time I saw this. He has an interview that he's doing on CNN. And of course, in light of everything that's going on in the news, they brought up the Diddy situation. So listen to how Cameron responds. And then I want to point out a couple things in here as well.
Thanks for being here. First, when you saw that video of Diddy, Cassie in that hotel, did you recognize that Sean Combs?
First of all, y'all have heard me say this before, and if you're new, I'll say it again. The news, I can't stand the news, man. The way they use certain pieces of information, they use people, they use situations to spin a narrative and kind of mold things into the way they want them to be seen. To me, it's just disgusting. We talked about it last time in the DJ Academics case. There were a couple other cases that we looked at to where the news was already painting this picture of, like with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, to where they were saying, oh, Drake's security got shot amid the beef back and forth between Kendrick and Drake. Like, come on, Kendrick doesn't have anything directly to do with this. And if you think that, I mean, hey, I'm not going to argue with you, but it's just the news, the way they ask questions is just to get a got you moment, to set people up and to just have more content that they can put out at a later time. So anyway, I want to say that I think Cameron understands that, which is why he came into the interview with the attitude that he did.
Thanks for being here. First, when you saw that video of Diddy, Cassie in that hotel, did you recognize that Sean Combs?
What kind of question is that? It's crazy.
But I want to say, first of all, when I seen the video, everything in the video was egregious. I'm against. I don't support all the charges that's alleged against him. I don't support any of that trafficking, minors, domestic violence. I'm totally against it. So when I seen the video, yeah, I was kind of upset with it. Being that I know him, he's not necessarily a friend, but yeah, I was upset when I seen it. But
Did you
as far as
recognize
everything
him?
I just said,
Did you recognize that
I
kind of
wasn't-
anger at all?
Yeah, this is so crazy. Why not just ask him, hey, Cameron, have you ever seen Diddy that angry? I mean, why are we going to dance around the subject? Obviously, whoever this reporter is trying to get Cameron to say, oh, yeah, I remember when we were at one of the parties and he threw a glass and it hit some. Like, just ask the question. We know what you're trying to do. Cameron knows what you're trying to do. It's just weird, man.
I don't know him like that.
Can't
What
stand
you
these
mean,
news
do I
people.
Did I recognize him? I've seen him. What do you mean my experiences? I've seen him and I thought it was disgusting. I didn't do a zoom in to see if it was really him or nothing, but
Yeah, get him,
he admitted
Cameron.
it was him. So yeah, it was him.
What did you think about the apology that he gave in that other video?
Ain't me for this. The apology ain't for me to decide. It's for Cassie. What I think about it don't matter. He ain't do nothing to me. Cassie need to ask Cassie if she accept the apology.
Exactly.
I told you how I feel. I said what I said.
Exactly.
I want to play a conversation that you had on your podcast back in September with Mace. Listen.
Yeah.
When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and
Let me
not
turn this up.
Bad Boy?
Man, it's almost gonna bring me to tears to say this. I just, being that I saw you as such a good friend, I wanted to put you with somebody I knew with.
Yeah, now check what this reporter, if you could call her that, tries to do here. It's just continuing to lead Cameron down this path to try and get him to say something he obviously doesn't want to say.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram,
knew
man.
with Biggie
Don't have me just out
instantly-
here crying and
that's
shit,
it.
man. I don't want to get
Instantly, I knew-
emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Yeah, that's dope.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower.
What did he say? Shout out to Cameron. Oh man, he said what? What? Yo, this is wild. Did y'all hear that? Let me rewind it one more time.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how
Look at
Diddy
him.
treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Hey, yo.
I'm just going off what Mace.
And in case y'all didn't know what horsepower is, let me go ahead and pull this up for you. Shout out to Cameron for making the best out of a crazy situation. So I guess I probably shouldn't pull it up, but horsepower is, let me pull it up and read the description to y'all. Well, I won't read the description. Anyway, y'all can go do some research for yourself as to what the pink horse is, the one that he had, the one he was drinking by Cameron is. He's just promoting his brand. I'm not mad at it at all. I think it was a great product placement, especially since not only is this interview just dry, but you can clearly see that this reporter is just trying to lead him into saying something against Diddy, which is just lame. Anyway, y'all go check it out. You can just go to Pink. Y'all can see the website. I'm not going to promote it for Cameron. Cameron, if you want to sponsor the show, I'll be happy to promote it and try it out. Here we go.
Said Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So
Yo,
if he
he's
felt that way,
hilarious,
then
man.
He felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. But my show does come on at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's called It Is What It Is. Y'all make
Yo,
sure
another
y'all check it out.
promotion.
I mean,
There
I
you
might
go.
get some more information out of Mace from there. But for me to tell you how Puff acting all that, I don't know. I never was signed to him.
Yeah. What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Yo, these questions, man, are wild. What is Cameron going to say? Oh, yeah, you know, you're right. You're right. I was protecting him. Mace was protecting him. Cassie was protecting him. Everybody was protecting Diddy just because they were scared. I mean, what is... Oh, man, this is... I feel his frustration,
Diddy
man.
couldn't get away with this
It's crazy.
stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know.
Exactly. Exactly. He's like, what kind of question is that? Weird, man. Well
Who the
said,
talent
Cameron.
agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Yo, who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I'll be sitting
Cameron,
around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
Thanks.
man, come on, man. That's
Thanks
just
for
crazy,
joining
man.
us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Yo, thank you for having me. You enjoy.
Wow, that's wild. We got to give that man another round of applause. I'm with Cameron on this one. What was the point? What were you going for? This whole line of questioning doesn't make any sense. He already said,
Thanks for being here.
I wasn't with
First,
Diddy like that. I didn't spend time with Diddy like that. If you want to ask somebody about it, ask somebody who was close to him. And hey, shout out to him. He got the sponsorship in there. He got to promote his brand. So I think that's a win in my book. Now, again, I mentioned he has a podcast that he does with Mace, and he actually went on to talk about everything that went down on the interview. Now, I have not watched this full thing, so we're going to check it out together for the first time. Let me see. This is a little loud. All right, y'all check this one out. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that before we even get into the questions. Like, elephant in the room. You were on another show.
Yeah, I came. I didn't even go home last night because I went to the studio. I washed up though, so I'm good. I ain't gonna explain none of that. But yeah, man, you know.
So this happened the same day. He's wearing the same outfit.
You was gonna say something? Oh no, I seen your hand. Yeah, no, they invited me on the show to talk about what's going on with Diddy and all that. And then my thing about it was, Mace, is that they didn't invite me on to say about how successful our show is or the positive stuff we do in the community.
Exactly.
Every day, 5 days a week, Mace talks to kids on a Zoom call. Mace doesn't even promote this. I'm going to promote this for Mace. Is that every day at 5 o'clock, it don't matter what's going on, what's happening, where he's at. It could be money involved. It could be a photo shoot. It could be whatever. He stops what he's doing to talk to kids around the world about being positive and doing what they believe in and so on and so forth. And
yes, shout out to Mace for that.
You know, one day he was at my house and he told me, Cam, you can't make no noise. Don't come in. I'm not playing with you. Like, that's how serious, no, but seriously, that's how serious he takes what he does. And we do all these positive things, and you call me on CNN for the bullshit, I'm going to give you the bullshit. That's just what's going to happen.
There you go. Yeah, you called me on CNN for the BS. He just gave it right back to her. She was asking dumb questions. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what I would have done. I mean, especially when you're this successful, when you're doing all these things, I get they bring you there to talk about Diddy. We're talking about it now. That's the hot hashtag right now, but at least put some respect on the man. Ask him about himself, who he is.
Positive things, and you call me on CNN for the bullshit, I'm going to give you the bullshit. That's just what's going to happen.
I don't blame you.
We got some free promo. I teased the Pink Horsepower. They tried to bring up when Mace bought me the Biggie instead of Puff. And I said, yeah, if you seen it, what you asking me about it for? Like, nigga, it was self-explanatory. So I got us some free promo. I didn't get the shout out to Dipset Couture. Make sure you go online to Dipset Couture.
Very smart man.
US to order some shirts and everything else. But yeah, I just felt that you tried to use me, to whatever Diddy going through to down him. And listen, the video, I don't support it. I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't believe in anything that has to do with being a pedophile. I don't believe in sex trafficking. I think what I seen the video was egregious, and the charges.
The fact that he has to say that is crazy.
Oh, wait, but nigga, I said what I said. I gave a disclaimer at the beginning. Then we got on the commercial. That was that. So.
Yeah, he did a great job. And it's a shame that he has to even say this, because a lot of these news outlets, and especially places like CNN, are just looking for something to push as a story. But hey, give it up to Cameron for taking the opportunity to promote and just keeping it real, keeping it focused on what he's doing, what they're building over there, and what he's doing for the community too.
On the commercial, that was that. So that's how that went yesterday, man. I don't know why they didn't watch 60 Minutes. They ain't watch Bill O'Reilly.
He said, do your research.
This is what I do on them joints, boys. Y'all keep inviting me up to Fox, CNN, 60 Minutes. Y'all already know what the resume is with them shows with me. But yeah, that's what happened, Stat.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of questions. So I just wanted you to clarify up here. But you guys know we film 5 times a week. He had the pink horsepower up there. Y'all seen it. And if you haven't seen the video, it's on Cam's page. You can go to his Instagram and check it out. And also, again, shout out to Mace for always being positive and doing good things, because that's what we do over here.
Right. Yeah, and real quick before you move on, that's what I really want to focus on, because I know we play and joke a lot, but y'all call us up there for that and don't invite us to talk about shit that's positive. Y'all got it's cool. Y'all call me like this.
You know what time it is.
Less than 24 hours. You could have called us up for a bunch of positive different things that we do. But you want to play games, that's what you got. That's just what it is. And I don't think we was playing games. I just went up there to promote all the different things that we have going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but that doesn't sell.
And I'm saving my takes for the documentary.
Yeah.
So if y'all wondering how I feel, it's coming soon. Pause.
Yeah.
What's with the pause with these guys, man? Anyway, hey, you got to give it up to both of them, and especially to Cameron for how he handled himself in this interview. I totally agree with him. If I went on the interview and had someone asking me these leading questions, I would have got frustrated as well, and probably would have just shut down at some point, because it's just a shame with all the stuff they have going on with the platform they've been able to create, all the things that Mace is doing, as he mentioned, that this is the focus and this is the thing that gets clicked. Now, I get it. We're doing it here. And my guy, Anton Daniels, calls it putting the medicine in the candy. You have to get people in to have a certain type of conversation. But on an outlet like that, especially CNN, they're just there trying to get the views, trying to get the clicks, and they don't really have a purpose behind what they're saying, which is unfortunate. But shout out to Cameron and Mace, man. Definitely go check them out on the It Is What It Is podcast. They do a good job. And I think even after this, I'm going to listen to a few more episodes even more because of the way he handled himself. So they both said pause like,
hey, yo,
30 times, man. Y'all relax on it. Let me see what y'all are saying in this chat. Shout out to Hollywood Co's in here. He said, who booked me for this joint? Yeah, he was not happy about that. Jen says, how do you watch on BandLab Live? So Jen, all you have to do is you can either go to the profile of the person that is live streaming and find it there, or you can go to the explore page on BandLab and you can find the live streams over there. Hanzo said, promote your podcast and get out of there. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Snapper Slapper said, I didn't recognize him without the pink. Oh man. Hanzo said, Cameron thought you must think you Vlad over there. Yeah. What are you trying to do? Snapper Slapper said he didn't want to speak anymore. Nah, he was done. Stizzy says, you'll think this was a skip if you didn't know Cam. That's a fact. Yeah, that is a fact. Snapper Slapper said he's always been funny. Yep. And then he also says, why they always want another man to speak on another man, just to keep the content flowing. I get it. Jen says, I guess nobody knows. Yeah, I know we went back in the chats, Jen. I got you. LA Woods in the building. What's up, LA? Good to see you in here. Snapper said he's from New York. He know enough, but he ain't need to speak on it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sure he knows something. I don't know if he knows. I don't know that he knows any more than we do, to be honest. Like I said, pause. CG Beats is in the building too. Y'all go check out my guy, CG Beats. Amazing producer. And he's absolutely out here killing it. So y'all go check him out. Go show him some love. And we're going to get into our next topic, which is what most of y'all came here for. Now, I talked about this a little bit yesterday and mentioned, I think Diddy won't start to be affected until we start to see some of the accolades and things he's been given in the past and the co-signings from other people start to be taken and falling away. Now, it's looking like that's starting to happen. And it's starting with Mayor Eric Adams and when Diddy received an award from the state of New York. All right. So y'all, well, I guess it was for the city of New York, but either way, pretty much the same thing. It looks like Eric Adams is backtracking and says he might take away the award he was given to Diddy. So y'all listen to this and then we'll read one more part of this real quick. Oh, is it muted? I gotta unmute it and refresh. Here we go.
Spoken about breaking the cycle of domestic violence in New York City. And given everything that's developed over the weekend with P. Diddy, what are you thinking about possibly rescinding the honor that you gave him last year when you presented him with the key to the city?
I think all of us were deeply disturbed by watching that chilling video of the young lady being assaulted by him, and the committee and the team. We've never rescinded a key before, but we are now sitting down to see what the next steps forward are going to be.
So you are considering it?
We are taking everything under analysis, and the team will come back with me with a final determination.
All right. You've been...
Oh, man. And y'all know, if y'all know, CG's in here. Eric Adams is not innocent himself either. Eric Adams has stuff going on, so he might be trying to save his image a little bit, because in case y'all didn't know this, now this is still, I don't know what's come of this case, but Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, is accused of assault by a former NYPD aide in the lawsuit. So this is an interesting place for him to be at, because not only did he co-sign Diddy before, he co-signed Diddy before, but he's got his own issues going on as well. Now, I probably won't get into this case just because this isn't about Eric Adams, but this is some of the things you have to look at when it comes to Diddy and his credibility and things he's done in the past not holding as much weight. If he has any honorary degrees, some of those could possibly be taken away from him. Other collaborations he has, we already saw what went down with Revolt TV, Ciroc, several situations in the past. So I think this is where it's starting to really impact him and hurt him, because when it comes to your reputation, especially in these circles, I mean, that's just something that's going to be tough for him to get back. But he's not hurting for money, obviously. With everything that's going down with the past lawsuits, I'm sure it's more of an irritation than anything, but it'll be interesting to see if they do take this award away from him, if more of the dominoes start to fall down the road. But I want to get into some of the reactions from some of the other celebrities in the music community and just hear some of the things that they're saying, kind of break it down when it comes to Diddy, this whole situation with Cassie, and really just go into how interesting it is that a lot of these people who didn't speak out before are speaking out now. And some of them who were speaking out before, they're finally getting a chance to be heard and say, hey, I told y'all what was up. Let me see real quick what y'all are saying in the chat. Hanzo says Puff tried to stop 50 Cent from even coming into the game. Yeah, 50 cannot stand that dude. Spiritual E is in here. She said it's hard for me to get the BandLab lives. I don't know why. Yeah, BandLab live streaming is glitchy. What else are y'all saying? Diddy also brought the rap game French Montana and Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, he's put on a lot of artists. Hanzo said another L. Sizzy said, E, do you watch Gene Deal interviews? I don't. Let me look it up. Hold on. Gene Deal, published author. Is this his show? Gene Deal's show? He said, P. Diddy and Biggie's old bodyguard. He's telling it all.
That's how.
No, I didn't even know this existed. Conversations. And I've actually got something pulled up from him. I just have to find it. I think it's over on Instagram. Anyway, no, I've never even heard of this. It's called, this was 5 months ago. Dum Diddy Dum Dum. Part 1. Part 2. It's part 3 where he's talking about Cassie. Let me see what he's saying. Yeah, I'll look at it.
Gene Deal, My World of Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. Get it now on Amazon.
Hear what really happened.
I could be a martyr amongst men.
Hmm.
I could take on those battles. Hey, Simply Reese. People are putting shit up about, they don't know what the hell they talking about. They showed a picture of, they talking about Roger. But they show a picture of Paul. I know y'all seen that on the internet.
Said, look
Roger
up
Bonds. That's
Gene
not
Deal
Roger Bonds.
exposes P.
Bonds.
Diddy and Cassie.
That's not Roger Bonds. That's Paul.
Yeah, I know he said something about it on Instagram. Do I have it here? I think I've got it saved somewhere. See, Gene Deal. How long ago was it, Stizzy? Yeah, he's from St. Louis, dude. Ain't making it up. Let's see. Oh, hold on. He said Gene Deal exposes. All right, we're doing this in real time. Let me see. Young Step is in here too. Oh, so it's not actually his interview. It's on the Art of Dialogue. Yeah, so I have seen this. Is this what you're talking about? Or are you talking about on his platform? Because I've never heard of his platform. Hanzo said Gene could have easily took an NDA deal with Puffy and not air him out all these years, but he did because he believes Puffy in the league with the devil himself. Yeah, so I mean, how do you fight that? Is this the one you're talking about, Stizzy? See, Gene Deal exposes shocking video of how Diddy used and dumped his adopted white daughter. I thought she wasn't for real adopted though. I thought that was a friend of the family or something. Anyway. Stizzy said, yeah, Art of Dialogue have a lot of new updated Gene. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I've heard of these. I thought you were talking about his platform specifically. But yeah, I've heard and seen those. But we'll check it out. We'll probably go through it. Free says, ClassE's up with the freaky ass Henley tee you got on. Is it? Oh, I don't know. I just liked it. Stizzy says he was saying how Diddy slapped his own mother. Oh Lord.
Hey yo.
All right, we might get into that one on another live stream. But yeah, I've watched these and checked them out. I mean, there's a lot there. It's just yeah, I don't want to get too much into the gossip side of things because I just like seeing and focusing on the facts, because there's tons of stories like this that are out there. But I guess Gene is pretty credible because he was close to him. So maybe we'll check these out later. Let's see. Big Mall says, how many times can you watch someone do sick-ish to people before you had enough? Yeah, we're going to get into it here in a minute. We're going to get into it. Shout out to Free. Y'all aren't rocking with the shirt? Let's see. Stizzy says Gene deal is all facts. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he has a lot of inside information. I don't know. But we'll check it out. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So the music community and the music industry is reacting to not only the video that was released of Diddy and Cassie in the hotel, but the apology that Diddy released, and now a lot of stuff that Diddy has done in the past is resurfacing. So I want to go through and read and check out a couple of these statements that are made, get y'all's reaction to it, and see if some of them are fact. A lot of them are emotion as well. But we know 50 Cent's history with Diddy. I mean, he's been going on about this ever since, well, and before Diddy's house was raided too. But DJ Academics posted this over on Twitter. He says 50 Cent reacts to Cassie's lawsuit statement. It says, I understand how she feels. Seeing him apologize, not addressing her after this video gets out, it makes it feel like he wasn't thinking of how she felt having to see it. Shaking my head. Where is his crisis management PR team? That was a bad move. Yeah, so a lot has come out about why he possibly didn't say Cassie's name. It's because Diddy isn't allowed to mention Cassie by name. Cassie isn't allowed to mention Diddy by name just because of the nature of the settlement they have. So a lot of people, which is why I don't like speaking on these things immediately and right away, just because you don't know all of the information, especially in a case this big and this serious. So in this case, this kind of looks silly now because Diddy couldn't say, hey, Cassie, I'm sorry. And we don't know what was said in the settlement meeting either, or since then. So 50, we get he's mad at Diddy for another reason, but it is what it is at this point. I mean, what more can be done? And then now this was an interesting one. I know some of y'all aren't going to like this. But y'all's guy LeBron James has unfollowed Diddy on IG after 2016 surveillance leaked online. All right. So this is how people are responding. You know, LeBron James, he's probably not going to come out and take a stance on it because he really hasn't taken a stance on anything much throughout his career, which I don't think he should. But of course, people are making a big deal of LeBron James unfollowing Diddy, but he was following them before. Anyway, we're not going to go into it. Anyway, this was a funny video I found on X. LeBron James is on it looks like an Instagram live with Diddy. Listen to what he says. This person who posted it says, remember when LeBron James said there ain't no party like a Diddy party?
Hey, yo.
Oh, man.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
That's Hey,
Look,
everybody know ain't no
I can't
party.
stand LeBron James, man. I can't. Man. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the whole situation, but I just thought it was funny that people are making this connection, and that I don't know how they got this video, but it's wild that he would say that. Anyway, we're going to see if LeBron comes under fire. Some more information. Again, stories leading up to there possibly being more behind the scenes of what was going on with Diddy. The baby speaks on a Diddy party. And this is what he said. He said he was interested in me. He was interested in me in particular.
Hey, yo.
And it says Jay-Z and Beyonce was there. Oh, man. The stories are about to get crazy.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put them out. but he had.
Why they got
he
the
had,
music like
he
that?
Had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and maybe about 15 others.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being.
Man, this music is crazy.
Other 15 people in the room, so that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment. I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was
all right, another celebrity telling their Diddy story. Now, this was an interesting one too. Somebody who was pretty connected to not only the music industry, but Diddy in general, Joe Budden. So recently they did a reaction and a response to the video being leaked, which was interesting because they later on said they weren't going to air it and they removed it or cut out that segment of the show. Now, this was posted by Sound over on X. They said Joe Budden responds to backlash from fans for editing out his segment on Diddy's video attacking Cassie from today's podcast episode. And this was posted a couple days ago, so on Sunday. It was incentive for the moment. Talking for 4 minutes about what happened is not the attention the story needs. I agree with him on that because I was going to post the video originally over the weekend and I just took it down and I deleted it just for that same reason. I wanted to wait, see more information came out so we can actually have a conversation about what's going on here and how we can use this to apply it to ourselves as well. Said talking for 4 minutes about what happened is not the attention this story needs. We're going to get to it on Wednesday. I have zero ties with Diddy.
Stop the cap.
All right, Joe. Yesterday was my first time seeing something like that, and it was tough to watch. F that ninja. I'm not down with none of that. All right, y'all can hear it from Joe itself.
Yesterday, come on, I'll put the suspense to bed. We were in the middle of our show when that news broke. So we spoke about it for 4 minutes, and then at the end, before sleepers, we spoke about it for another 4 minutes, and then we went on about our day. And I went outside with Amani last night, and he said to me, "Hey, man, I think y'all should readdress the Puff shit because y'all gonna get killed." And I said, "Why?" The story was breaking. We addressed it.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, but it wasn't the address. It wasn't the address that is appropriate for what happened." I said, "Why you say that? We did what we needed to do." He said, "Yeah, but I know y'all audience, and it was breaking in the moment. They wait from y'all." So I took it out.
I respect that. Definitely respect that.
Sensitive for the moment. It was talking for 4 minutes about what happened, and then 3 minutes at the end is not the attention that the story needs, and it ain't the commentary that it needs. So I don't need to be the first one to run to something. We're gonna get to it on Wednesday, but what do that have to do with the way y'all are speaking?
Yeah, I agree with Joe 100%. That's why when something breaks, unless it's purely music, like we did with the back and forth between Drake and Kendrick, I'm the same way. I don't want to address something right away because, as y'all know, a lot more information comes out. There always has to be more research that's done before we can actually understand the situation, because a lot of the times, even in cases where people are innocent, I mean, you look at guys and girls we can mention in the past, they just get thrown under the bus and killed by the court of public opinion because people get emotional. They don't actually look into the facts of what's going on. So I'm with Joe on this one.
In this moment, why do y'all
surprisingly
seeing a video like that somebody is running from a topic? Like I done told y'all the last time, I have absolutely zero ties with Diddy or anybody Diddy related.
It's a sensitive topic.
Kids when I'm outside. Why do y'all think that somebody's scared to approach them? You niggas have been sounding stupid all morning long.
Well, I think it's clear that somebody was scared of Diddy. Cassie was definitely scared of Diddy. The people who were friends with Cassie and close to Cassie were scared of Diddy. I mean, you've got his own security guard that's somewhat speaking out, but I don't know. How much is he saying? How much was said? What evidence was shown? So I think I agree with you at first, Joe, but that statement to me is someone who has this amount of resources and is able to do what he's been able to do, and we've seen evidence of that. Of course, that's going to be scary.
Somebody's scared to approach them. You niggas have been sounding stupid all morning long, and I didn't want it to continue all the way in the afternoon. So here we are. But some of y'all niggas, y'all are relating this stuff to like battle rap. Y'all talking about Drake. Like, what are y'all doing? Get a grip.
Yeah, well, I
Get a
wouldn't base it
grip.
off of that.
Relax. Go outside. Kiss your family. I don't think there's ever been this type of unequivocal evidence of somebody being a piece of shit that way, or at least I've never seen it. If it's ever existed, I have never seen it. Yesterday was my very first time seeing something like that, and it was tough to watch for many reasons.
Yeah, there was stuff to watch.
So what do y'all think? Is this like I'm gonna see something like that and not say fuck that nigga? Like what type of human do y'all think I am? Like some of y'all think the worst of me, and it pains me that I'm in this position where I have to dignify it sometimes because that's not in my soul and spirit. Fuck that nigga.
I don't think you have to unless see this is the thing, especially with if we look at DJ Academics, even if we look at Drake and Kendrick, right? At some point, if things keep being said and you're a public figure and you have a brand that's out there, if it keeps going on and on and on and on, and there's evidence to what people are saying, and you kind of have to address it. Now, if it's something crazy saying, oh, you're running around setting houses on fire, then I mean, you probably won't have to address that one because it's unrealistic. But if people were saying, hey, Joe, there's videos of you with Diddy. How many times were you around Diddy? Did you know what was going on? Did you see anything while you're there? There's something there to Joe Budden's case. So you somewhat, when this person gets taken down, you're going to have to answer for being in those type of situations. Just like Cassie had to answer for being with Diddy for over, what was it, 15 years? I mean, you gotta take accountability at some point.
To dignify it sometimes because that's not in my soul and spirit. Fuck that nigga. You don't watch nothing like that, and I'm not one of them. I know it's an evil industry. And
We don't know that,
niggas
Joe.
out here protecting these people, and there's all types of there's evil shit going on. So I get it. I'm not down with none of that. I'm not in none of that. I ain't never presented myself like that. I move the way I move to be able to not associate with those types of things. So where y'all get this stuff from, some of y'all is I don't get that.
And this is the thing I don't like. Kind of with the Drake, the Heart Part 6. Why is Joe going to all these lengths saying, oh, well, you know, I don't know where y'all are getting that from. I don't know why you would say this. I mean, Joe, let me see if I can find, I saved the video and I wish I would have kept it, but there's a video somewhere of Joe Budden hanging out with Diddy. So we're not just making this up. There's something there. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's a lot of nothing or a lot of something, but it's there.
I'm one of them. I know it's an evil industry, and I know there's niggas out here protecting these people, and there's all types of.
I wish I
evil
saved
shit
that
going on.
video.
So I get it. I'm not down with none of that. I'm not in none of that. I ain't never presented myself like that. I move the way I move to be able to not associate with those types of things. So
Sure.
where y'all get this stuff from, some of y'all is I don't get that. Yes, have I edited things out before because there's no charges and you don't know how things are going to play out and it was a civil suit, there's nothing criminal and yeah. I don't think that's in the same ballpark at all as what we all witnessed yesterday.
Yeah, but again, Joe, you got to speak on it because you've been seen around Diddy and benefit from being near Diddy. So I don't know. It's not going to go away until you address it. So I'm glad he said something. They're moving on. They're going to address it tomorrow, it sounds like. So we might see what they say about that. And maybe Joe's going to share some of his experience in those situations too. Now, we've talked about this person coming up next, Tiffany Red. It was for a different case in a different video that I did where she was talking about some of the struggles that writers are going through in the music industry, not getting credit, not getting paid for certain things they're doing. But one of the things I mentioned when we talked about Tiffany Red in the past was her connection with Cassie and the entire Diddy situation. And Tiffany Red has been so outspoken throughout this process, coming to Cassie's defense, saying everything Cassie said is true. I don't know why anyone's not talking about this. People don't believe me. He's got so much power. We were in a rough situation. And now, of course, people are going to her page and commenting on some of the videos that she posted in the past. And she felt a need to speak out about it again. And also in another I told you so kind of way, like she had been talking about this. Again, we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, y'all check this out. Cassie's close friend, Tiffany Red, responds to people's criticism about what she didn't do as Cassie's friend while Diddy was abusing her. First of all, Tiffany Red's been outspoken about this for years. So we got to give her some credit.
So what exactly do y'all expect for me to have done outside of be there for her in these moments? Like, the people that are like, oh, you speaking now. How the fuck do you know what I did then? You don't, because you wasn't fucking there. Also, holla at me the next time you go up against a world famous influential billionaire who has more resources to shut you down than anyone. Holla at me the next time you go up against somebody who has never been arrested and convicted of shit. Somebody who's been indicted for allegedly shooting someone in the face in New York in a nightclub and getting off.
Yeah.
There was a shooting at Chalice Studios a little over a year ago, and the LAPD did what?
There's a shooting at his house.
What the fuck do y'all expect me to have been doing? Also, let me give you this nugget. We have a friend who was hung from Cassie's balcony. You know why?
Jeez.
Because this person was there for her. So miss me with the what did y'all do then? You don't know. Things we can't speak of. But trust and believe the people who have tried to protect Cassie have fucking paid for it. So all y'all with this shit, shut the fuck up.
Hey, shout out to Tiffany. I get it. But that's got to be a difficult situation to be in, especially see people around you going missing, things happening to them. I mean, where do you go? I don't know. We can sit here and we can point fingers and say, oh, well, you could have done this, you could have done that. You don't know what you're going to do until you're in that situation. Now, looking at it from the outside in, as a friend, you guys will have to let me know in the comments, what would you do if you had a friend in this situation? And even if Tiffany were to go to the police, Cassie would have had to support that and give statements and give up the lifestyle that she did have with Diddy, the ups and the downs of that. And then Tiffany could have not only lost out on a friend, but maybe not been there to protect her in certain situations that she was in. And she would have lost out on opportunities for her well-being as well when it comes to her life and her career. So I don't know, man. And it seems like there's a lot of mixed emotions too. It says people criticizing Tiffany have never been there for an abused friend, called the police for an abused friend. Then the next day they're back with their, yeah. And you become the liar and the bad guy many times over. It's not as easy as people think. Yeah, I can definitely see that. This person says the blame lies with abusers who commit the abuse, not victims and their loved ones. Not sure why that's a difficult concept for some people. Well, I can see both sides of this argument. We might get into it here in a minute. But if y'all want to go check out Tiffany Red, you definitely should go follow her on Instagram. She's got a lot that she's doing with the, well, I'll let y'all go check it out. But she's got the 100%ers over there. She's doing some cool things with Spotify and really doing a lot to uplift the music community and writers in the music community as well. But she did speak on this when the whole lawsuit was being filed. I believe it was probably December, late December at some point. And this is the video here. Y'all can check it out and listen to what she's saying here.
You know, I had an artist that's signed to him right now come to me because they wanted to put 100%ers in front of him. Like, yo, you need some muscle behind this. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. No, you know, what, you need a bigger mouthpiece, donations. I'm like, yeah, I do, but I don't want it from him. Why? Because I'm traumatized by him. I'm cool. Cassie is my friend. Oh, don't worry about that stuff he did to Cassie. That's what they said to me.
Sheesh.
Don't worry about that stuff that he did to Cassie. Don't let him traumatize you. I was like, that's not how trauma works. It's not like you let someone traumatize you. You get traumatized and you're like, I'm going to stay away. I'm cool.
That's true.
I'm over here. I'm doing my thing. Please don't. I'm going to tell him anyway. I got off the phone with this person and I blocked them. I haven't talked to them since. But I'm telling you this story to let you know that some of y'all don't give a fuck like that. And when you're asking yourselves these questions, watching as this whole thing has played out over the last 48 hours in front of you guys.
Yeah, and this was back over 6 months ago, actually.
Everybody asking themselves the questions of how, why, you know, and I challenge you to look in the mirror and ask, how do I play a part in any of this?
What are you going to do?
Because the reality is every song that we write, every song that we produce, every song that we mix, every song that we contribute to and we bring our gift to, because that album is nominated because of y'all. Because of how incredible y'all are. Not taking anything away from him and his music abilities. But be clear. That's a collaborative album. There's a lot of people on that project. And the same energy that y'all dumped into that, y'all could dump it in another project. And that could be Grammy award winning.
Yeah, so she goes to talk more about the writer situation, but y'all definitely go check out what she's doing with the 100%ers. Great opportunities over there that she's creating for songwriters and musicians as well. But I want to get into an interview she did back 5 months ago. So shortly after she recorded those videos over on IG, and they kind of go into some of the things that she went through in this situation, some of the things that Cassie was going through, and what she's going to try and do moving forward to help others who are going through situations like this.
Music mogul and rapper Sean Diddy Combs has faced 4 different lawsuits in recent weeks alleging sexual assault and abuse, all of which he has denied. The first of those came from singer Cassie Ventura, known as Cassie, who accused Combs of sexual abuse and sex trafficking during.
Also, I hope Cassie gave her friend some money. I'm just saying, I think it's the right thing to do, especially the people that were there for her. I hope she did.
All of which he has denied. The first of those came from singer Cassie Ventura, known as Cassie, who accused Combs of sexual abuse and sex trafficking during the decade they were together. NBC's entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas spoke exclusively to a longtime friend of Cassie's who said she witnessed some troubling incidents. Chloe?
Good evening, Ellison. Singer-songwriter, activist Tiffany Red had been working with Cassie on an album.
Grammy award winning, by the way. Don't forget that part.
Singer-songwriter, activist Tiffany Red had been working with Cassie on an album when she first met Diddy and says that she witnessed him verbally abusing her friend. Following Cassie's settlement with Diddy, Red penned an open letter in Rolling Stone about her experience. She spoke to me about the events that she says traumatized her.
I don't think people understand what it's like to be traumatized by somebody famous and rich.
because you can't get away from them.
Tiffany Red has written for the likes of Zendaya, Jason
believe it.
Derulo, and Jennifer Hudson. In 2015, she became friends with Cassie while writing songs for her album. At that point, Cassie and Diddy had been together for nearly 8 years. In a lawsuit Cassie filed last month, she detailed the abuse she
It's
says
a long
Diddy committed,
time. They were together
including
for a long
physical
time, y'all.
assault. Red says although she did not know about the alleged physical assault while working with Cassie, she did witness verbal abuse on more than one occasion, one of which took place during Cassie's 29th birthday in 2015. Red says Diddy showed up at karaoke where Cassie and a group of friends were celebrating.
So he had her back into the corner, and he was like cussing her out with his hand in her face.
Later that night, Red, who was staying at Cassie's home, says
That's crazy.
she awoke to screaming.
He's standing in the like living room area, and she's there, and he was like, emotional singing, bitch. There you are. And I just was like, oh, he's talking to me. And I remember, like, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but like, I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside, looking in his eyes, and I said to him, what did y'all do? Because I could see that she was like really sedated. That was the first time I ever seen her like high before. And then he says,
Yeah, and that was mentioned in the settlement as well with the freak
I
offs.
said to him, what did y'all do? Because I could see that she was like really sedated. That was the first time I ever seen her like high before. And then he says, tell your girl she wants some birthday. And we were like, well, I mean, he's saying this to me, and I'm like, well, she doesn't have to have sex with you if she doesn't want to. He was upset, like, you know, I guess that she didn't want to do
It was freak off time.
Whatever he wanted, I don't know. I don't feel like I could advocate for myself in that moment. Like, I realized, like, oh, this guy is dangerous.
Red says it was only a few months ago that Cassie told her what was really going on that night in 2015, that it all stemmed from the music executive wanting her to take part in what he called a freak-off against
Yeah, there
her
it
will.
goes.
What did Cassie
I'm sorry,
tell
y'all.
you
I'm not laughing at the situation, but freak offs is just wild. I can't. Call me immature, but that's just that's crazy.
These freak offs.
Jesus.
You know, that he would hire these like sex workers, and like they would have, you know, sex with her or whatever, and he would watch and tell them what to do.
In her lawsuit, Cassie alleges she was forced to participate in freak-offs throughout her relationship with Diddy. Red learning recently one horrific detail from Cassie.
She told me the only time he was willing to do anything or work on her music, go through any plans, any of that, was when she had a freak off. So all of our music, all my work, to find out that like I spent all these years writing these songs for him to rape my friend to, like, is just disgusting.
In the lawsuit, Cassie
Dang.
detailed the physical abuse she says Diddy committed, including an instance where she was put in a hotel room for days to heal. Red says Cassie recently told her about Diddy giving her a black eye before the premiere of her 2016 film, The Perfect Match.
I remember one time her telling me that, I think it might have been The Perfect Match, that movie that she was in, and
Yeah.
she told me that she had a black eye under her makeup.
Do you believe Diddy is a dangerous person?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I mean, look at his rap sheet.
An attorney for Cassie declined
I'll
to
be interested. I haven't looked at this yet. I'd be interested to see what the comments say, because I know a lot of people were skeptical about what was going on. I was, honestly, because we hadn't really seen any evidence of it, and there had been accusations before, he said, but it looks like a lot of people are supporting what Tiffany's saying. This person says, glad to see this on mainstream media. They said it's great that Cassie had a supportive friend. So many people have to process their trauma alone. He should go to prison for the rest of his life. Very sick person. When an accuser starts talking on the news, it's coming to an end soon. Ooh. Well, they were right. 6 months later.
to comment. Diddy's attorney did not respond. In 2015, Diddy was arrested on 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon and other charges for allegedly beating up his son's football coach. Prosecutors declined to file felony charges related to that arrest. 24 hours after Cassie filed her lawsuit, she and Diddy announced that they had reached an undisclosed settlement. Combs released a statement saying, "We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best." His lawyer adding that the settlement was, quote, "in no way an admission of wrongdoing."
I mean, I just feel like it's PR. He's settled because he doesn't want to go to court.
Diddy's music career spans 3 decades, including
Yeah, I don't
3
think
Grammy
anybody wants to go to
Awards,
court.
and the creation of Bad Boy Records, representing artists from Mary J. Blige to the late Notorious B.I.G. In September, he was awarded MTV's Global Icon Award. But since the allegations surfaced, Hulu scrapped a reality series about his family, and the Recording
Yeah, I
Academy
wonder
said
why.
they are considering to rescind his invite to this year's Grammys.
Dang.
You know, I think a lot of people, especially in the Black community, are, you know, I've seen the narrative of like, you know, they just trying to take a Black man down. And it's just like, that's not what this is about. That's not.
Y'all said the audio's breaking up. It should be good. Let me see. Yeah, audio's breaking up. It should be good. Yeah, we're good. The audio's good. It should be good. You got to leave and come back. Yeah, we're fine. All right, let me run this back real quick.
And the Black community are, you know, I've seen the narrative of like, you know, they just trying to take a Black man down. And it's just like, that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. This is about accountability and a reckoning. Like, that's just the bottom line.
As for what justice looks like,
I think justice looks like Diddy being behind bars. And I also think that justice looks like everybody getting retribution for all of the things, the amount of therapy. Like I just said, all of the moments,
Yeah, I agree.
the time, like these are our careers.
And Chloe is back with us now. You hear her saying justice looks like Diddy behind bars. Is there a possibility that could still happen? Where does the criminal case stand?
So Cassie filed her federal civil suit here in New York, and the NYPD has come out and said that there is no investigation into Diddy right now. Now, that doesn't mean...
Now, again, y'all keep in mind, this was back in December, right? So a lot obviously has happened since then. Diddy's house has been raided, and we're going to talk about in a second. He's actually been seen out and about, walking the streets, not doing fine. I would say he's doing fine, but he's out here. So a lot has happened after this. I think the thing...
District Attorney of Manhattan isn't looking into something, or perhaps investigations going on behind the scenes, but publicly, on the record, no such investigation has been confirmed. And also, there have been other lawsuits of some women coming forward with other similar accusations and allegations, and who knows if others might come forward as well. Remember, the Adult Survivors Act is set to expire at the end of this month in the state of California, and we know that Diddy, that is where he has primarily resided. So you never know if others might come forward between now and the new year.
And
which is why y'all saw Lil Rod filed his lawsuit / complaint shortly after Cassie got her settlement.
Spent so much time talking with Tiffany, and you can tell, even watching that back, not being in the room with her, that she has been so deeply impacted by what she says she witnessed. She has been able to sort of take this and turn it in a way, right? Can you explain that?
So she calls herself an activist, right? She's not just a singer, songwriter who's worked with so many stars, like I mentioned, Zendaya, Jason Derulo, Cassie. You know, she is somebody that has started an organization called the 100%ers.
Yeah,
and that's,
she's killing
she
it
says,
too.
comes
Shout out to
from
her.
the fact that she always gives 100%. And this is about advocating for equal pay and fair rights for those who are both artists and writers and music producers, and helping also get them out of archaic music contracts. So she has turned her tragedy and her trauma into something positive, but she said that speaking out to NBC News, speaking out to us, has helped her heal, and she also wants to stand up for her friend Cassie and validate what's in that lawsuit.
Amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Tiffany Red. I think she's doing the right thing, and she's really, I mean, throughout this entire situation, she's really done her part, not only to support her friend, but to make the best out of this crazy situation. So I'm sure we're going to hear more from her. I don't know, and I'll have to look into it, if she's filed a lawsuit herself, but I'm sure she's consulted with a lawyer and is that might be something that she's pursuing. Hopefully she does. And if not, hopefully Cassie will help take care of her at some point. That was okay. So that was the last part of that section. I want to get to a couple more of y'all's comments in the chat because I know y'all had a lot to say in here. Oh, Lord. Let me go back and see. Okay, so this is a good place to start. Stizzy was talking about that DaBaby video. He said, see, boom. What had happened was, see, Diddy put everybody out, then put his... I'm not going to read that out loud. Spiritual E said, they're particularly interested in him, he said. Yeah, that was wild for DaBaby to say. Hanzo said, Diddy should have gone with the tape was obviously a deep fake. Ayo, Trump would have got out of this easy. Yeah, but I mean, at this point, he's trying to save his image, right? So continuing to deny it, I don't think would have went well. So I think that him issuing an apology was probably the best thing that he could do, because not only was that in writing in the complaint or in the complaint / lawsuit that Cassie filed against him, but now we've got the video. I mean, what are you gonna do? Wave Lord said, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Oh my God. Hanzo says, everyone's seen Diddy once or twice. I think Joe is more talking about he never been to his parties, etc. Yeah, but still, Joe's a public figure. He was seen with Diddy. You gotta bring it up. Hanzo also says, what do they have on Diddy? They're still not showing their cards. We know it's about human trafficking, but do they have all the evidence to make it stick? Here's the thing about human trafficking. If Hanzo, if I'm trying to think of how to explain this. So human trafficking, you'll just have to look it up. It's a lot simpler than you would think. So if we're here in Georgia and we're hanging out at the house and I say, hey, let's go on this plane and take a trip to Florida, right? And we go to Florida and then we go to Florida, we're hanging out and I say, hey, let's take a trip to California. You say, okay. And you're like, I'm ready to go back home now. I'm like, we're not going home yet. Just relax and chill. We'll be here in a minute. You get uncomfortable. You're like, man, I'm ready to get out of here. All right, fine. I'll take you back to Georgia. I take you back to Georgia. That can be so many things. It could be, as y'all said, kidnapping, it could be human trafficking. It could be considered anything. So if there's just a small evidence to the fact that you were doing that to someone in any way, then you possibly could have that brought up against you. So there could be a lot of something. There could be a lot of nothing. I just want y'all to understand kind of what these general terms when they're talking about grooming and they're talking about human trafficking. There's like this end of the human trafficking spectrum, and then there's all the way other on this end. So we don't know what it could be. Hanzo says the NYPD is corrupt. Big Mall says, man, she said exactly what I was saying when that Diddy video came out. Beating on women was how Diddy gets. Oh, man. Good Lord.
Hey, yo.
Cassie wasn't the only woman Diddy hit. The ones. Yeah, Porter. Her nose, the bodyguard. Oh, yeah, he broke Porter's nose. Free says, I've been in a situation similar with Cracker Barrel to where you don't have enough money to go head up with those type of resources. It's tough. Remember when he told old boy from making the band, I forgot his name, that he'll buy his whole block, but his house and every light cut off to get at him. Yeah, it's scary. He could. Snappa Slappa said when Puffy played the Joker for Halloween, he almost got into a fight, and that's the real Puffy. Yeah, I mean, he dislocated Drake's arm, sent him to the hospital. I mean, they're saying it was a different story, but not Cassie. Amy says, dang, can't listen to that music the same knowing that. Yeah, I can definitely see that too. Jen says, is Lady Lady Red video glitching on you guys. King Curl says wild. Hanzo says, I want to know what 50 Cent's thinking now he already took Puffy vodka deal. What else? Oh yeah, he's probably loving it right now. Hanzo says, hey yo, if 50 buys Bad Boy, it would be a great day in hip hop. That would be wild. Amy said, I had to exit and come back in. It started working. Yeah, we should. I'm showing we're good over here, y'all. We should be good. What else are y'all saying? Hanzo says Death Row brand was also tainted, but now that Snoop bought it, it's turning a new page, and there's a lot of good coming from it for West Coast rappers. But maybe you're right. Well, yeah, Snoop doesn't really own it. That's a whole nother thing. Y'all just have to. What is it? Gamma, I believe. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, go look up. Y'all go look up Gamma and Death Row Records. We talked about it a little bit when Drake made the tailor-made freestyle with Tupac's AI. Yeah, y'all go look into Gamma. I think it's gonna open your eyes a little bit to what might be going on there. King Creole says, yeah, you spotted Miami. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it here in a second. Big Mall said, now I see Diddy really wanted Pop, but really should gone because he wanted to be feared like most was Suge. Big Mall says Snoop was just watching the building. Man. Hanzo says he took someone over the state by taking them hostage. Not necessarily. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it. Anyway, all right. I've got just a couple more things I want to get into here. These will be quick, and then we'll play some music for y'all. So this was a video that was filmed actually before the apology. Nine posted this. It says Sean Diddy Combs sends out a message to everyone that he's doing God's work. Wow.
3 years ago, God made my mission and my purpose clear. And my mission and my purpose is to do whatever and play whatever role that I have to play into saving the black race, number one. And number two, to making sure that everybody of all colors, all backgrounds, all creeds, all nationalities, all get this. We all get the same 24 hours. Not just one race, not just another race, not just one gender, not another. We all get the same 24 hours. But I'm fighting this fight, and to other people, it's an impossible dream. It's not impossible. It's going.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe y'all could tell me. But yeah, there's nothing godly what we've been seeing and heard from him lately.
We're gonna make progress and change the world, but I can't do it alone. And I know there's people that feel just like me that are out there that are talented, that's probably working for Google or Nike or working for bigger corporations that have a track record and have an experience at the level that I'm playing at. I'm not coming to just compete. I'm coming to win. I'm going to fucking buy Disney for us, okay?
Not anymore.
So if you are one of these unicorn executives, please send me your resumes and your portfolios to God's work, because I'm doing God's work, you're doing God's work. God's work at combsglobal.com. I'm doing the biggest human resource investment from the top level of CMOs to COOs to general managers, down to creative directors, down to creative producers. The list is so long. Fashion designers, below is the list. Please, please, God told me to ask y'all for help. I need your help. I need your help. I can't do it alone.
And this is a video he's making, man. This is wild. Who's gonna work with this dude?
I'm going crazy. I need talented people around me, the grace around me. God, I beg you, I beg you, I beg you.
Creative asset managers,
Send me some like-minded,
experienced designers, creative technologists, political lobbyists.
Love y'all.
Where did he post this, man? This is crazy. What are people saying in the comments? AD says, you can't gaslight the whole world when we watch the footage. Shaking my head. Imagine this coming out as damage control when everyone already saw the real version of Diddy on video. Well, again, I don't want to give him any grace, but we do have to factor in the fact that both Cassie and Cassie said he was under the influence. So I don't know if that's true, but y'all know drugs and alcohol are wild things. So I don't know if I don't think we know who the real Diddy is at this point. Doing God's work, beating up women. Denial is a strong I think they meant to say hallucinogen. Probably. Nah, bro, you in trouble. All right, and we've got another video. I think this was mentioned by somebody in the chat. This is a video of Diddy being seen walking around, just hanging out, it looks like, with a couple of people, and someone from TMZ was trying to get in contact with him, or talk to him at least.
Are you doing all right, man? Everyone's worried about you. Are you okay?
He said everybody was worried about you.
Stop the cap.
Come on, man. That's crazy.
Everyone's worried about you. Are you okay?
Ain't nobody's worried about him.
Are you all right, man? Appreciate it, man. I hope you're good, man.
Have a good Sunday.
All right, cheers. Diddy, we're just trying to figure out what's going on, that's all.
Who got this guy? Diddy, you know, we're just trying to talk to you and see how you're doing. We're worried and want to make sure you're okay and that you're not out there beating women. This guy is crazy, man. I don't know who coached him, but
people just want to know
it.
if you feel sorry, if things are gonna, you know, what's going on with that. I'm sorry to bug you. All right.
Love. You have a good day.
All right, you too. You think people will forgive you, Diddy?
Yo, who is this guy? Who got this guy, man? Oh man, this was wild. Now somebody said in the comments the stage to give the optics that he's unbothered. I don't believe that at all. I think they just caught him out there lacking. And yeah, we're gonna have to look through these videos from Gene Deal, but I don't know, y'all. This is gonna be an interesting case. I just want to remind y'all, man, make sure you protect yourself, guys and girls. It's wild out here. And if you're in this type of situation, especially if you're struggling, there's so many opportunities out there for y'all to break free of these situations, to reach out to someone. And we're a community here as well. All right. So if y'all are going through something like this, you don't have to go through something like this on your own. If you know somebody that's going through it, man, seek advice, seek some help, because you can. I know this situation with Cassie and Diddy is probably wild and gets even deeper. And it's probably most people probably won't deal with something like this, but man, we know there's people out there struggling who are in situations they would love to get out of. So, hey, y'all, the help is there for you. I got your back. And we're all a community here too, so. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, I promise. Hanzo said, who is his God? That ain't no godly behavior. Amy says, at one point, Diddy worked undercover for the FBI. Yeah, I keep hearing that. Is there evidence to that? Nothing is going to happen to him. There is a connection of one of his bodyguards who was with Michael Jackson at the time of his death. Let's see. Diddy. Let's see. Sorry, under scrutiny. Diddy. Yeah, I guess there's no way that we would know that. So let's see. Hanzo said, I guess Puffy more of an Old Testament guy. Yeah, that's crazy. Amy said he needs to leave God's name out of it. For real. She also said he likes getting freaky with, oh man, oh Lord. So put him in a call with a real man, or put him in a cell with a real man who will give him a taste of what he did to Cassie. Although Diddy might be one of those who likes getting beat. Sheesh. Hanzo said, yeah, we worried you're going to take your, you're going to delete yourself. You get arrested and then convicted. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I don't see that happening at all. Dumal says, yes, tie your shoes up and run. Yeah, he looks like he's chilling right now. He's got a lot of security. I don't know, man. And I didn't pull up the call in too. If y'all want to call in, the link is up. If y'all want to call in, let me go ahead and pull this up. If y'all want to share your thoughts, give any comments as to what's going on in this situation, because this whole thing is absolutely wild. And I appreciate y'all watching and tapping in too. I haven't asked y'all yet. Make sure y'all like the video. Not only does it help the channel continue to grow, but lets the algorithm know y'all enjoying the show, and it shares it with more people too. So let me see. Did we have this over here? Let's see, what time is it? Oh man, I wanted to get to some music, but I gotta get out of here. Shout out to Six Lenses is back in here too. Imperial Stats says, take that. Six Lenses said, bad boy baby. Wow. Yeah, what I'll do is I'm gonna play a couple of y'all's songs on the outro. Let me see some of the members who submitted. Let me get the members. We've got Young Steppa sent one in, so I'll get one from him. LA Wood sent one, and DJ Snoofu. So I'll get y'all in here and play y'all on the outro. I got to get up out of here. Got a couple more videos we're going to post later today. So y'all make sure, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time that we go live or drop a new video. I'll be posting a video later this afternoon. Y'all know tomorrow we'll be back here for another episode of the Music Morning Show, and tomorrow night for another episode of the Song of the Night Live. All right, let me see what else y'all are saying, and then we gonna get up out of here. Imperial Stat says peace. Jen says a few songs. Yep. Six Lenses said, I think we should play Diddy one last time. All right, y'all want to play? Y'all want to play that Diddy apology? We'll play it one more time, and then I'll get y'all out of here. Let me see. Here we go. All right, I got y'all. Y'all know what to do. We're going to get up out of here. I'll play some of y'all on the outro. Y'all keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. Have a great rest of your day. We go. Peace.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Proud of me, proud of my enemies. Proud to be who I am, everything I've been through molded doesn't, so I'm sticking to my paper roll. She there right now, but she gon' up and leave if your ass hit them draw. He think it's love. These bitches fucking with you cause it's beneficial. Safe to say the love you talking about, my dog is super fish. Hey, fuck a bitch, go ahead, get rich. Shoot that she gon' chase the shit. They want a hug, but I know love ain't out here trying to pay for shit. I'm bout my shit, ain't faking shit. I'm making shit, ain't taking shit. Can't hear the closet with my phone and come out with another hit. Addicted to my trip, it got them on me, I don't want it. Bougie with the dick, I don't even want these hoes a phone. I'm on some money shit, stomach growling, baby, I was home. Screaming, fuck me, left me lonely. That's some shit I can't forget. Now I'm sticking to this grip. When it come to bitches, I don't trip. They screaming, trust them, but I know each every time they ass gon' flip. I add it up and then I dip. I hit the beat, then give them game. And it's a shame, cause they don't get these bitches out here running game, huh?
Damn, son.
Proud of me, proud of my enemies. Proud to be who I am, everything I've been through molded me. Proud. Proud of me, proud of my enemies. Proud to be who I am, everything I've been through molded me. Proud.
Dirty. Would you like a cup of tea? I'm gonna get absolutely beanbagged.